If you ever say blessing CEO, I love you, this is the time to show it. I'm going to put an account number on this video.
In our last video, we talked about Blessing CEO, how she announced that she has stage 4 breast cancer, and how she has put her account number online soliciting for funds from people, well-wishers, fans, and all that. VDM responded, asking for proof, asking for her to post maybe the money she has spent so far, maybe the diagnosis, the medical report, anything to prove that she's telling the truth. Blessing came back saying that she will not, because that is her personal property and she will not put it online. So to that is where my own doubt actually started, because I didn't think anybody would lie with something this serious. But Blessing, what do you mean? If you can already tell the world that you have stage 4 cancer, that is as personal as it gets. Providing a paper that says the same thing, what danger is that going to pose? Nothing. You've already said it. You've already become vulnerable. You already said all there is to say. Now, some people may argue that maybe she doesn't want to post it because she's scared. And somebody actually said that to my hearing. She's scared that people might see other things. Does she have HIV? Does she have it? No, that is not how it works. When a doctor orders a test to be run, the lab technicians or scientists, they don't go running tests that are not ordered. An oncology doctor or a hematologist or whoever will not order HIV. They don't need it. They're looking for cells that are growing abnormally. They're looking for blasts. They're looking for those abnormal cells. They have no business with HIV. They're not running a viral test. HIV is a virus. So they're going to focus and order the test to see if the abnormal cells and how much they are and how fast they're growing and all that. That is what they're looking for. So when a lab runs that test, they're not going to have HIV test result in that. So that is not the case. Some other people will say maybe she doesn't want to post it because she also mentioned actually that even if she posts it, that people will not be able to read the result. It's okay. People are not asking to read or interpret the result. They just want to confirm. And that brings me back. If you remember when King Michi released a statement that something happened to her in a particular hospital, that hospital released a statement distancing themselves from that particular announcement. So that makes me to wonder, could that be the case? Because if she releases a statement or a test result or a diagnosis, of course there will be a hospital attached. And that hospital may come and debunk that they don't know anything about it. So could that be why she doesn't want to post it? Now I'm just throwing this out there. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's not true. Because I still doubt that somebody will joke with something as serious as cancer. If at the end of the day she doesn't have cancer, I will honestly suggest some psychological evaluation, because that is going too far. So a part of me is still believing that maybe she has cancer, or maybe it's not stage 4, but she has something. Because to believe that she doesn't have anything and she's making such claim, I will be seeing her as a mad person at this point. Another thing that I noticed that I want to talk about is the shaving of her hair. Your hair don't start falling out because you have cancer. Your hair falls out because of the after effect of chemotherapy. If you do get chemo, it's not everybody that have cancer that does chemo or do chemo to the extent of having their hair fall out. For you to go and shave your hair, I don't understand. Are you paying homage to the cancer? Why? If your hair is not falling out already, why would you go and shave your hair? So when you look at that, it begins to appear a little bit stagey, stagey, performing and all that. So that is another thing that I looked at, because apparently she have not started chemotherapy, because she said she's going to start, unless I misunderstood something, which is very possible. So that's why everything I'm saying here is possibly. I'm not saying for a fact. Another thing is, a few days before her announcement, she was seen very bubbly, very high energy in her water. There was a post with her fiancé, IVD. So it's too much of a sharp contrast just in a few days that she's full of energy, and all of a sudden she's talking like she's very tired, she's very this and that, even though she still looks very well. Other than that, she has a shaved head, she still looks very good. So most people will think that somebody in a stage 4 cancer must have started to look a little bit sick, weight loss and whatnot. Though things don't happen to everybody the same. So it might be that she just happens to be different. One of those people that it doesn't show like that. So that's possible. But most people will think that, you won't just go boom in a few days. Your stage 4 cancer and a few days, you're such high spirit. If she just found out a few days, that's different. And then before she gets to come to social media, she would have, maybe have dealt with it a little bit more. But it suggests that she already knew that she had stage 4 cancer before those posts, that she was full of energy. So somebody with stage 4 cancer who is afraid, are they going to live? Are they going to die? You may not expect them to be so full of life like that. So anyway, like I said, all this is coming out because of all the doubts online. So I'm making my own analysis. Again, she just may be one strong woman that can hear that she has stage 4 cancer and still be able to do a show like nothing happened. So that's that. And another thing that I want to point out is the statements that she made. She said that they will find out if they're going to cut both breasts or one breast or not. And she used the word amputate. The word amputate is not usually used for breast surgery. You use it for maybe leg, if you're going to cut off the leg because of maybe a diabetic wound that won't heal, or the arm or things like that. You don't use it for the breast. So if you've been talking to your doctors, your surgeon, your oncologist, your hematologist, they won't be using the word amputate because you tend to repeat the word of the doctor unless it's different in Nigeria. That's why I still say everything is probable. So that's another thing. And then before they can pronounce that somebody have stage 4 cancer, they will no longer be checking if it's one breast that will be cut or both breasts that is affected or not. By then, they would have done all the testing, the imaging, they would have done all that. And they will know the extent of it. Mind you, at stage 4, the cancer is in body organs, the bone, the brain, the heart, the liver, kidney, wherever. So at that point, most of the time, you won't even be thinking surgery again. Because which one are you going to cut? Are you going to cut the brain? Are you going to cut the heart? Or are you going to cut? Which one are you going to cut? At that point, you're not thinking cutting anymore, surgery anymore. You're thinking chemo, radiation, and things like that. Okay? So when she now made that statement that they will, they're talking surgery, they will find out if it's one breast or both breasts, I was like, Again, there's always an exception to the rule. Things don't always present the same. But likely, that statement wasn't going with what you expect when you hear that somebody has stage 4 cancer. So finally, my message to Blessing: if you get the morale to come online and drop account number, you should get the morale to also drop the diagnosis, receipts of money spent on anything relating to the sickness. People need to know if they're going to give you money, they want to make sure that their money is going for a good cause. You don't blame them. You don't say that's your personal private property. Your account number is also private, but you dropped it. And you're saying that people cannot go and verify from a hospital? Of course not. The hospital will not release your medical information to anybody, but you can. The hospital will give it to you, but you can release it to anybody you want to release it to. So I don't see what is so private in that medical report that you cannot post. If it's your age you're hiding, you can cross out your age. If there's any information you don't want to be seen there, you can cross it out. But the name of the hospital and then the diagnosis should be able to be shown. Since you already told him, this is no different from the information you already told people. You already told people what the diagnosis is. The only difference is that they'll be seeing it written down. And mind you, there's so many intelligent people online. A lot of people can interpret it. So don't think that they wouldn't know what it is. A lot of people online are very smart. They just like making videos. There are a lot of doctors online, believe me. So what am I trying to say? I don't think that anybody is asking for too much by asking for proof. Unfortunately, the things people do in the past do affect them. That's why they say always be careful, because you never know tomorrow. All those things that have happened in the past. There was a time you came out and said that you and IVD are not even together, you're creating content, and then you came back and say it's a lie. All those things, people are counting them. It may be all fun and games, but these things have a way of coming back to bite you. That's why you have to be careful, because whatever you put out there, you cannot take it back. You can delete that video, but people will judge you by it. That's why there's somebody that will come out and say they have cancer, and people will start donating money. Nobody will go pim. But due to your past behavior, which we are not judging you, we're just saying this is why people need proof. People don't trust you like that. So, my dear, we don't want anything to happen to you. If you do have cancer, provide the people what they need to see so people can help you. Because from everything that's flying online, they say you don't have money. Somebody even said, Sarah, I think it's Sarah Martins that said that your neighbor said that you and IVD trek every day, that the car you're showing online is not yours, that you guys, oh my God, is raining dragging. And for you to actually be soliciting for funds, yes, it does show that you may not be doing as well as people may think. Because you would have started with your own money. At some point, you can now ask for help. But you started off asking for help. So anyway, don't blame people. We don't want anything to happen to you. We're not judging you. We're just saying people have legitimate reasons why they're asking for proof. So give it to them so you can get the help you need. Because more people will be inclined to help when they know that it's actually for a truthful, good cause. Thank you for watching. If you haven't liked this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. It really does help me out. And until next time, may God bless you. Bye-bye.